This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Barilla Pesto alla Genovese con basilico fresco e parmigiano reggiano. This is a pesto that I had down in the basement. Usually those kind of things are quite good, especially when they are more expensive ones like from Barilla. We've got 100% fresh basil. I'm sure it's fresh now. Take a quick look at the upload date of this particular video. Okay, let's zoom in on that. Usually they're fine though, right? It's protected from UV light. It's cold and dark down there. It's good. They're usually fine. Pause if you want to read the ingredients list right here. Only in German, unfortunately. Pause if you want to read the nutrition table. Gluten-free. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, well, this is in glass, and we've got the lid out of metal. Yeah, that's wonderful. There's probably some plastic in there as well. Nothing on the bottom. Overall looks nice color-wise. From the outside looks very decent indeed. So let's go for a little plop. I hope it plops. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna eat it. Oh, wonderful. Very fresh plop. That's for sure. So we've got the green stuff right here, and it also looks, yeah, it does look like it should, I think. Consistency-wise, it looks decent. We do have a bit of separation from the faces, but that's fine as well, I think. Yeah. Scent-wise, it smells very much like it should, as if it was freshly out of the Barilla factory, I guess. Let's take a little spoon right here and take a bit of that, put it onto that. Of course, I'm not going to eat all of this just with the spoon out of the glass. I'm going to make some pasta as well in a couple of minutes, but let's take a look at the consistency of this sort of stuff beforehand. I do have to say the smell of this smells of basil, but there's also that nutty smell to it, very much like a lot of parmigiano in there. Maybe are there nuts in here as well? Cashews, yeah, cashew seeds are in here as well. A lot of sunflower oil. So we've got fresh basil 30%, and more of that is sunflower oil. And right after that, before parmigiano reggiano, we've got cashews. That's nice. I do love cashews. So I'm gonna give this a bit of a nutty scent. Very, very nice indeed. So we've got that chlorophyll, a lot of that chlorophyll, very green indeed. Some sunflower oil. It gives this a bit of a. I would like to say golden, but no, it just looks like plant juice. Consistency-wise, it seems to be fine. You've got those almost like thread-like structures coming out of that from the stalks and those nerves of the leaves, I guess. It's fine. Let's see what this tastes like on its own. Very decent texture. That chlorophyll of the basil, that's something that I really like. That flavor, that color. And it's got a particular taste. In a way, it does taste like grass smells when you run it over with a lawnmower, right? Very, very similar thing. It does taste better than grass though. Other than that, you've got that nutty consistency of those cashew seeds. It doesn't seem like, if somebody did not tell me that there are any in there, I wouldn't really notice them, right? But consistency-wise, you do feel those harder bits in there, and those are, I assume, those cashew seeds. I hope it's a cashew seed. A lot of oily stuff we're consuming right now. It tastes good though. Tastes good. And I've got to say, like, this is out of date by 5 months, maybe 6 months, almost. But it tastes like it's new. Like, no problem at all. I've had this sort of pesto before. There's also, they've got like a red version that isn't all that nice. Then there's like a paprika version with different sorts of paprika in there. That's actually quite alright. I think it's called like pesto bruschetta or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that was the Aldi one. Anyway, I'm gonna make some pasta now, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, I prepared some pasta. I put some pesto already on it. I've got to say that it looks it doesn't look as appetizing as it did previously, right? Maybe it's probably part of the light. It looks more like some sort of pre-made spinach sort of thing now. It does taste good though. Had another spoonful, and yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. see how it is with the pasta. I presume that it's gonna be fine. I do like this sort of stuff. Like this red pesto, not a big fan of that. That green pesto, the pesto alla Genovese that we've got here, I think it's pretty decent overall. There are knockoff pestos from Aldi and Lidl, of course, but the pesto alla Genovese I think is a lot better from Barilla as it is from the knockoff brands, I think. So first forkful of pasta with pesto going in. Yeah, it does taste just as expected. When it's warm with the pasta, you get a lot more of that sort of a creamy flavor, sort of that Parmigiano flavor. You don't really have that when you eat it cold. And also something that's a lot nicer when you eat it with pasta. You don't have these textures of these stalks in the pesto itself. You don't feel them anymore. You just have that pasta, and then you've got the flavor, that coating, that slight creaminess of the pesto, and you don't have any of these drawbacks of ground up basil leaves. Fork after fork is getting in, and yeah, it's nice. It's got that particular scent. It's got that nice flavor. The only thing that I don't like about it is it's quite expensive. Now, I don't really know what to say now, other than just eating this and coming back to you with the review sheet, because we tasted this. We did that twice now. One's without pasta, one's with pasta, and I think all I've got to do now is eat this and rate this. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, the consumption process is complete and we're ready to rate this with the review sheet. First impression has been decent. So was the colour. Overall, I don't really have too much to complain about it. Maybe when it's a bit fresher, it might be a bit greener. But if it's much more green than this, it's probably, has got some artificial food colouring in it. So this looks pretty much how it should, I think. Consistency and texture-wise, 1.5 out of 2 available points. It has been close to perfect. The only thing that could maybe change a little bit is maybe cut away a bit of the stalks a bit more, so that you don't have these long sort of veiny bits in there. That's something that maybe could change. They're not going to change that, because this would make this entire thing a lot more expensive when I actually have to put in manual labor and sorting these things individually. That's not going to happen, but that would really make it perfect. 4.5 out of 5 available points for the taste department. Overall, I don't really have too much to complain about. It's been pretty decent indeed. Theme realization wise, I think they've done a pretty decent job as well. I definitely taste some sort of hard cheese. It could be Parmigiano Reggiano. We have to take the word for it when it comes to the flavor of that sort of stuff. I don't think anyone is really going to taste a difference between Grana Padano and Parmigiano Reggiano when it's in a sort of glass for a year and it's processed like this. I don't know, to be honest, but it's been very decent indeed overall. Those cashew seeds have been giving a nice crunchy texture to it. Not particularly crunchy, but some sort of bite that makes this a bit more interesting. And overall, the sort of veiny bits of the stalks are the only thing that I can really complain about in any case. So 9 out of 10 available points is the final rating for the Barilla Pesto alla Genovese. Yeah, I think this is gonna be it for this particular video. Next time around, I'm gonna try to get some pesto that's not out of date. That would be decent indeed. And otherwise, I do not know where to go from there with the pesto stuff. Maybe I'm gonna get something else again. Maybe I'm gonna get some fusilli. Is it called fusilli or fusilli? I'm not sure. Maybe I should look that up, but no one really cares, and I can't pronounce it properly anyway. So. Doesn't matter how I abuse this particular term, I guess. Anyway, if you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye-bye.